The Honda XR150L is not only one of the cheapest dual sports you can buy in America, it's also one of Honda's cheapest bikes that you can find in America, dual sport or not. It's about the same price as their Mini Moto. This is a 150cc, 10 to 12 horsepower air-cooled single-cylinder engine, and Honda has lent me this bike for a long-term loaner experience. All right, so if you have specific topics that you want to see with this bike, definitely put it in the comment section down below and hit the like button. We got some dual sport action on the channel finally. In fact, this is the first dual sport bike that I've ridden since the first time I ever rode motorcycles, and that was in Thailand back in 2012. So this is a great throwback, but it's also opening up a whole new world of exploration and flexibility with my riding. And will I get rid of the Grom for one of these? Only time will tell. But let's go over some of the details here. It weighs a little under 300 pounds from the last time. I think it's 130 kilograms. So we're talking about like 290 pounds, something like that. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. We have a 19-inch front tire and a thicker 17-inch rear tire, single disc in the front. I don't believe this has ABS. As I look at the disc, there's no way it has ABS. And we have a drum brake in the back. That is going to be interesting. I actually have not ridden this bike yet. I picked it up at the end of my street and rode it home. So this is my first impressions when we start riding. But pretty basic headlight there. Real basic non-LED turn signals as well. It is a 5-speed manual, of course. No 6-speed here. Pretty basic exhaust. Real fat rear turn indicators. Nice long kickstand to keep this bike upright. Love the Honda logo on the seat, because most people looking at it would have no idea it's a Honda without having that Honda logo there. XR kind of decals there on the side, a little Honda sticker on the headlight. I like this gray paint color. I think you can get it in white and red as well. Let me know what color you guys would decide. Long travel suspension, of course, and we're going to fire it on. Oh, gas tank is 2.8 gallons. And depending on how heavy you are and how much you modify this thing, you'll probably get anywhere from about 60 miles a gallon to 100 miles a gallon. If you look here, guys, look how basic this is. This is analog speedometer, no fuel gauge. And if you just maybe go with 2.8 gallons, once you get to maybe 200 miles on, or the trip meter, I should say, once you get to 200 miles on the trip meter, maybe it's time to go get some gas. Let's see here. We have brights, turn indicators over here, horn. I love the Honda badge here. And let's go ahead and fire it on with pulling the clutch. sounds like a tractor, and that is okay. We're already in first. No gear indicator as a result. No tachometer. What do I think about that? I mean, I honestly don't care, because my Grom has a tachometer. I'm hardly looking at that thing. All right. So single cylinder like the Grom, a little bit bigger in displacement single cylinder. So I get my mirrors set up here. These mirrors are actually pretty good. I dig in the mirrors. I don't know if I would change them. This seat, right off the bat, I can move all over the place on it. I could probably sit on this seat all day long, assuming my back doesn't get tired. So I'm 6'1" with long legs, and I'm sitting on the pillion portion of the seat right now, and it's actually pretty comfortable with me. I can lean forward almost like a sport bike or a sport touring bike. So I wouldn't be in this position once I'm off-road, but I like how much I can move around. I can do the same thing on the Grom too. I can move my butt around on the Grom, and the Grom's very comfortable to me. And this is the Honda Grom dual sport, essentially. I think you can get it for about the same price as a Grom. And they're about the same speed. And I will race my Grom and show acceleration differences between a Grom and this, but it's not really fair because the Grom, my Grom is modified. Rev matching downshifts are absolutely butter, super easy, just as easy as they are on the Grom. And with only 10 to 12 horsepower here, I kind of have to, I'm gonna need a big window, I think. I know I'm not gonna be able to accelerate. I have to imagine I'm just on a hopped up Grom, and so I need to have a lot of space here to accelerate. All right, full throttle. Has good torque, but at the top end it just has nothing. Oh, there's a bike. I think I'm in 5th gear already. Yep, that's 5th gear. And it's still pulling. It's still pulling pretty decently hard here. Remember, I'm comparing it to a Grom, not my ZX4RR. And I will say, assuming this is accurate here, going over 60 here, I will say that it has a little bit more top end than my modified Grom. A little bit more. I was actually expecting my Grom to be faster, but I think this, I don't know if it's a gearing or whatnot. Maybe the gearing is a little bit better here than my Grom, but yeah, it pulls a little bit harder from 50 to 60 seemingly. And there's an off-road course right here that we're going to take this, and I've taken the Grom on this little off-road course, and the Grom did actually way better than I was expecting. Handling is actually amazing. Anyways, it feels really planted in the turns, and they demolished this. This used to be all forest. That's kind of sad. I don't even know how to get back there now. I guess I could just go through, but that's all sand, and because there's still a trail back there, but how to get to that trail, I'm a little sketched out because of all the debris there now. Okay, this might be our entry point. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, going a little sideways there in the sand. Oh, we saved it. It's definitely, we'll get there, guys. I mean, again, this trail's been destroyed. Oh man, there we go. Oh, the extra suspension travel here on this bike is so nice. Now I'm gonna stop here. Ooh, this spot right here, this pit, I got stopped in the Grom. We're gonna try it out here, but I'm gonna need some momentum first. Oh yeah, it does a lot better in the sand than the Grom. But I think these are just the stock tires. I could be wrong. I couldn't find any brand on the tire, and it makes me assume that since they don't have a brand on the tire, that these tires are the cheap stock tires. In fact, I think I'm sliding more in this than my Grom. I think the tires might be skinnier than my Grom tires, and I'm sliding a little bit more. Oh, almost ate it. I'm sliding a little bit more than it was in the Grom. What it is doing better than the Grom is the oh man, almost went down again. I'm gonna take a breather here. Seems to slide a little bit more than the Grom, but when I need to get out of again, my Grom has city tires on it, or street tires. But when I need to dig out of a spot, I have more traction here compared to the Grom. And this is exactly what I want a dual sport for. Exploring new areas. This is just the closest trail that I'm aware of to my house. It's just a few blocks away. Exploring new areas and having a different experience than I've ever had before compared to on-road, and improving my skills off-road as well. All right, I definitely would want thicker tires on the back, which I think you can modify this to have thicker tires. Again, the T-Dub, for example, comes standard with that big fat tire on the back. The T-Dub is more expensive than this just by a little bit, but the T-Dub also has a bigger engine. T-Dub has about, oh, there's our sand pit. So we're gonna take this at a little bit more speed, and we can carry more speed compared to my Grom in this sand pit because of the yeah, oh, we did it, we went through that. Look how much I was sinking in that sand back there. It had no problem, it just powered through, something the Grom just wasn't able to do, obviously. Because let's do it again now. That was so fun. Oh, we did it again. A little foot down action, but holy shit, we did it. Oh my gosh, this is my workout of the day. Definitely a little bit more workout for me, I would say, because I mean, this doesn't weigh much, but compared to a Grom, I'm gonna put it in a neutral. Neutral's so easy to find, unlike the Grom. You know, it weighs more, and the center of gravity is noticeably higher here. So it is taking a little bit more out of me in this sand, but I have a feeling if I had a fatter rear tire here, it'd be doing quite well. Unfortunately, since this is a press bike, I won't be able to modify it. Oh, speed is everything, man. It can just keep that speed. Now that I'm getting a little bit more experience, it can just maintain that speed climbing up that hill. And that is key to success in the sand for sure. And I'm sure in other situations as well. Took my first spill there. And spilling it is no problem. We just have sand at the bottom, and I don't mind spilling this in sand because it's so forgiving. It's just going to sink down. It's like as you're dropping it on a pillow in the sugar sand. As I almost ate it again. Oh, we made it. Oh, we made it. That is insane. Over the log? Hell yeah. I want to go over that log again. And then I'm ready to get back out to the road. I'm already beat. And I'm sure sand is a much harder workout than your typical dirt trail. U-turns, man, really easy on this bike, super intuitive, way easier than I think the Grom, because the Grom I'm just way too big for. It's easier than any sport bike. Very easy to do U-turns and slow maneuvers with this thing, and super natural, like zero learning curve. This is probably the easiest bike I've ever ridden. How does it feel cruising here at 50? It's really comfortable, and it's way more composed than the Grom is. over 50, and like I said, it pulls harder from about 50 to 60 as well. I think it's slightly better top end, except you can take this thing off-road and it's going to do way better than something like the Grom.